Gemini friends, the roots of your life are stirring now. What from the past are you finally ready to stop carrying? Let's find out more with this week's Astro Weather Report. This video is a forecast for your sun, moon, or your rising sign. You can check out all three videos if you would like, and they'll tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of July 2026. Remember, friends, this is tropical Vedic astrology, not sidereal astrology. Look it up if you need to. And yes, I am a real person, not AI. Now let's jump right in to what we're looking at this week in the astral skies. And on the 10th or 11th of July, depending where you are in the world, of course, when this is actually going to be exact, Venus is going to conjunct the south node of the moon at 2 degrees of Virgo. This is a powerful energy that will bring about karmic ripening in the lives of many at this time. You could give or take a couple of days either side to see the effects of this. But people with planets at 2 degrees of Virgo are especially going to notice the impact of this transit. Now, this transit occurs on an annual basis, so it's not unusual, but it is powerful if it's interacting with your chart in a very personal way. Now, addressing relationship issues, reactivating your creative voice, or honestly facing your financial situation, these are some of the ways that this interaction might express. Now, if you sense a lack in these areas of life, or if you have difficulties at the moment in these areas of life, this transit is asking you to focus on releasing what is destroying you, holding you back, keeping you from your best expression in this regard. So this might look like releasing negative attitudes, reflecting on your past behaviors with money, with women or men, with lovers. And it's a chance for us to do something about it. Especially, we all make mistakes. None of us are really victims. We actually have control and power over our lives. It's a matter of choice. Venus is the planet that rules choice. And so this is giving us the chance to readdress old issues, old wounds, old hurts, and do something about it. To take back control over financial circumstances, relational circumstances, attitudes, and to implement the power of choice that Venus gives us. What can we do then to address these old, things that come bubbling up to the surface? We can journal. We could do dance therapy or some kind of art therapy or music therapy to heal and release the wounds caught in the body regarding those things. We could create a releasing ritual. I've shared with my Patreon family on many occasions various rituals for certain astrological configurations that allow us to move beyond our stuck patternings. So if you're part of the Patreon family, you might like to refer to one of those rituals that we've shared in the past. Or if you're familiar with these sorts of things, you might like to create your own ritual to release the hurts and the traumas that we may have around Venusian things at this time. There is never a better time in the astral year to release hurts and traumas associated with Venus than when it is crossing the south node of the moon, because the south node of the moon is to let go, to release, to excrete anything to do with Venus energy, which, if you follow astrology, you will know is relationships, is money, is our ability to know pleasure. It is our ability to choose our own adventure, to choose the life that we want. So under this influence, your soul can be freed from these burdens, and this leaves you in a lighter place, a brighter place, ready for new energy to come rushing into your life because you've cleared the slate, so to speak, during this transit, and that opens up room for new wonderful things to take their place once this transit is over. But what is this energy, Venus with the South Node, not helpful for? Well, it's a dreadful time to do anything to do with beautification. Don't go and get your hair cut. Don't buy a whole new wardrobe, or don't redecorate the house under this energy. It won't do you any favors, because the beauty, the aesthetics of Venus are equally depleted when it crosses the South Node. So when this transit passes, get my words out, You may find that that bright purple bathroom was not really what you wanted after all. Damn it. So keep that in mind. It's also an inauspicious time to share your love for somebody, to go on a date with someone, or even to get fertility treatment. Now, of course, that's very personal to the chart that you carry yourself, but as a general influence, it's not a good energy for fertility treatment. You might also find that young women, which are ruled by Venus, might be somehow problematic in your life, a cause of trouble or heartache or upset. And even you might find, my friends, that unwanted lovers from the past return into your life, probably to clear their karmic slate, but don't be surprised if they pop up and cause you to rehash old experiences in that way. What can you do with Venus conjunct South Node energy? Well, it's a helpful energy for saying goodbye to past mistakes, as we've already discussed, and therefore it is a great clearing energy so that you can draw in new love, draw in a new financial situation, or a new experience of creativity, a new experience of elegance or beauty as this transit passes. It's a time to sow the fertile ground in readiness for the greater blessing. So I'm from a farming background, and you don't sow your seeds into thistly soil. You clear out the weeds. In this case, we're talking about the weeds of the past, so that the soil, the field is ready for the new seeds to be sown. And that's what we're doing at this time. The South Node, as I've said, is where we let things go. It's the celestial, my words struggling to come out today, the celestial recycling bin. So while Venus is what we love and how we value ourselves and what we hold on to, it does rule Taurus, which is the hoarding energy in its shadow side, of course. When the South Node and Venus meet, the universe is actually asking us, what old relationship habits, what old financial anxieties, what perfectionist tendencies are you finally ready to let go of and release? Let's look exactly at where this is happening in your chart, sign by sign. Gemini, with Venus conjuncting the South Node, it is activating a certain energy in your fourth house, a very important foundational house in your astrology chart. This is an indicator of karmic release that is happening in your most private, tender chambers of your life. Things that have to do with home, with family, with emotional foundations, and the deep ancestral programming that has quietly shaped everything in your life. Wow, it's a big transit. It's an annual transit, but it doesn't always occur in your fourth house, this foundational, pivotal house that your life rests upon. So this transit, this time around in 2026, asks you to honestly examine the emotional patterns that you absorbed in childhood, the way love was, or maybe the way love wasn't, expressed, the financial behaviors that you inherited from your family lineage, the beliefs that you have about security and belonging and comfort. These things run around in the background of our mind and emotions like software programming everything we do in our entire life. And so this is a wonderful chance, Venus conjunct the South Node, to release the outdated programming, the programs that are malfunctioning, and to upgrade them to 2.0, the new version. But the releasing, the clearing of your cache or your computer of your life needs to happen first to make space for the new upload to come on in. So what does this look like? Old family wounds, perhaps around the matriarchal lineage or women in your life. Old family wounds around money and financial circumstances that did or did not occur to your family and impacted your understanding in childhood of finance, Venus things. Or maybe it is, a surfacing of a deeper inner sense of not belonging, not being worthy, not being good enough that needs to be journaled around and processed and released at this time. So do keep that in mind. There's an energy that we can work with to clear away the karma and create space for the new upload to occur. I will just say, though, that this Venus conjunct South Node transit in the 4th house indicates that it is not the time to redecorate or renovate your actual home. It mightn't even be the time to get an evaluation or a price estimate of your home, because it could be disappointing or come in under what you would secretly hope for. If you were to redecorate or buy anything significant for your home at this time, the efforts that you would put in would feel hollow or go wrong or not turn out like you would really otherwise want them to. I'd give yourself maybe 2 to 3 days after the 10th or 11th of July, and then pursue those things, because you get better results once Venus is no longer in an exact conjunction with the South Node. But it is a profoundly healing time, as I've already said, to do ritual or clear out the inner soul, the inner domestic work, I guess. It's a profoundly healing time to clean out the basement, so to speak, literally and figuratively. Clear out belongings that have emotional charge in your life. You know, that gift you received from the boyfriend 2 boyfriends ago that you haven't quite let go of yet. Time perhaps to say goodbye to that and let that energy go with that belonging. That's something we can do. Clear out belongings that have emotional impact. Create a releasing ritual in your home. Whether that's, lighting incense or saging or just saying a prayer over your home or putting good energy in your home, whatever it is that is your personal home ritual, that's something very important to do at this time. You could simply allow yourself to grieve your family life, whether it was good, bad, or otherwise. There is a grieving that comes about family sooner or later in life when loved ones pass, or grieving that you didn't have the childhood that you would have liked to have had, those sorts of things. This is the chance to release that through grieving and forgiving what needs forgiving in that regard as well. Venus is the planet of forgiveness here. And combined with the South Node, it's about letting go of, forgiving and releasing the past in family instances in this way, especially emotionally charged family circumstances. Gemini, your emotional home, that inner sanctuary of the self, that's what's being renovated right now. As I said, Venus conjuncts the South Node every year, but it doesn't always happen in the sign of Virgo, which is your whole sign astrology 4th house. So it's a very important time for re-establishing a clear foundation to build upon. Let the clearing happen. Let the soul renovation begin, because what comes out of this is going to be a beautiful blessing in your life, Gemini. I'd like to just remind you, Gemini, that my books are open. Readings are back on the cards again. If you would like me to analyze your chart and support you through whatever you're going through in life, I'm here for you now. Jump on over to the website and make your booking with me. I also offer a yes/no question cost-effective reading. If you have a burning question that can be answered with a yes/no answer, I have a wonderful astrology reading service that allows you to ask such questions for a cost-effective rate. Check it out.